Welcome to the DBZ review. Friends, after the great battle that took place at the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai, Goku finally managed to defeat the descendant of Demon King Piccolo and was considered the strongest fighter in the world. After that, he left with Chi-Chi and lived peacefully like a normal family. This is where Dragon Ball Z, or the second version of Dragon Ball, will begin. But as a first introduction, Goku will have a reputation as a useless father. How pity. But what's Barbie's reason for saying this? Okay, we have to see what Goku does to Gohan. And it all looks disappointing. Are you ready? Let's start with the first one. Never train Gohan. As the son of the strongest fighter on planet Earth, it was a shame for Gohan to only have one power level. True, Chi-Chi didn't want Gohan to become a barbarian like his father, but they lived in the forest. A power level of 1 was a very dangerous thing if not careful in his own environment. At least Chi-Chi had to give in so Goku could train Gohan to be a little stronger without leaving school lessons. After all, Chi-Chi also didn't supervise him well. The proof was that Gohan still had time to walk alone in the forest and was almost eaten by the Sabretooth Tiger. Goku had to make his wife understand about this.
No martial arts, huh?
A reckless father. Never training Gohan and being afraid of his own wife was wrong. Even more wrong is that Goku seems to have difficulty in helping his own son. Thanks to the embarrassing supervision of the two of them, the level 1 child was threatened repeatedly in the forest. Even Gohan was dragged down by the whitewater rafting and thrown off the waterfall. Imagine if Gohan ended up dying because of this. While at the time of the incident, Goku himself had managed to see it, but still failed to save him. Gohan survived only because of luck and several factors. It is truly a shame, because this leads to another failure.
Where's Gohan?
I don't know.
Never training himself. Peaceful times are a wonderful thing, but this is Dragon Ball Z. Ever since Dragon Ball first aired, Goku has never missed a training session. While in DBZ, he spent almost 5 years relaxing on Mount Paotsu, occasionally going out to collect Dragon Balls. He never even met his old friends at Kame House.
He's my son. Your son!
Did Goku forget that on Earth there is still Piccolo Jr. who is still holding a grudge? But that is still an easy threat. Who would have thought that his older brother from outer space would come to pick him up? Then this is where the effects of the lack of training are really felt. Goku doesn't have the slightest power at all to stop Raditz. Goku's weakness makes Gohan kidnapped. Even Goku himself finally has to rely on new friends and plans with Piccolo. This is the biggest reason why Goku became so useless at the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, where all the improvements had to start with the death of the MC. What a shame. By the way, Barbie hopes you all like and comment on this video. Let's make Chi-Chi angry seeing it.
Think about it. Those two are the most powerful fighters the Earth has to offer.
Welcome to the DBZ review, Saiyan Saga, Raditz part. Many DB fans assumed that the Saiyans' arrival on Earth was to immediately attack and sell the planet as compensation for Kakarot's failure. It's not really like that.
We were almost afraid we'd have to pass it up.
Upon his arrival, Raditz simply wanted to confirm a few things first. So, you could say his initial visit was simply to check things out, not to take any direct action. But unfortunately, things got worse due to Kakarot's rejection and resistance. So, what does Raditz really want to do first? Stay tuned to DB Info. Checking on Kakarot's condition and mission. Actually, there was also a part of Raditz that wanted to see if his little brother was okay. After all, they were siblings. But Saiyan don't openly express their feelings, not unless it's Goku or Kakarot.
Gohan, say hi.
Then, just as importantly, after knowing Kakarot was healthy and fine, it was time to check on the mission. Raditz was indeed disappointed to see that the Earthlings and planet Earth were still not ready for sale. Ready for sale in the sense of the word Saiyan is where civilization and Earthlings have been destroyed and only empty land remains for new development. It may not be a happy thing, but that's what Raditz and his friends do every day.
Bah, miserable little vermin.
But on planet Earth, that matter could indeed be postponed. There was something else that was no less important for Raditz, so he came to Kakarot. bring back Kakarot to help with the team's mission. Sometimes, a valuable planet is inhabited by quite powerful aliens. Although the Saiyan army had landed, their numbers weren't as numerous as before. Raditz and his team were clearly short of fighters for the next mission, which was why he came to Kakarot.
But unfortunately, the job's a little too big for only 3 of us to handle.
He was sure that at least his younger brother had grown a little stronger by now. It's not very strong indeed, but who knows, it might be suitable for blast bait.
You're not as powerful as I might have hoped, but still with your help we should manage nicely.
Those are at least 2 things Raditz wanted during his visit to planet Earth. The tragedy or battle that occurred next was due to resistance from Kakarot himself. Actually, the older brother wanted to take Gohan as a replacement, but was rejected again. That's it. For the solution to this problem, we can leave it to Piccolo.
Well, the truth is it's untested.
Hello DBZ Mania. At least we know that Piccolo Jr. was born to avenge his father, Demon King Piccolo. But his revenge failed in the Tenkaichi tournament and made him have to run away for a while. After time passed, before Piccolo Jr. had time to pay his debt to Goku, another stronger enemy came. This forced him to work with his sworn enemy. But the question is, why did Piccolo decide to help so easily?
But I won't let this guy take over the Earth. I plan to do it myself.
Was it because he really didn't want to share the Earth? Unfortunately not. His heart has slowly changed and is no longer as evil as before. Here's Barbie's explanation in DB Info.
Wow! I still can't believe that just happened!
Demon King Piccolo is indeed evil. As a fission of son of katas that represents his bad traits. Yes, he will not get better. But sometimes the apple must fall far from the tree. Perhaps it was carried away by the river current or sold in Rabbit City. That's roughly how Piccolo Jr. is described.
I suppose you could make me angry, but I wouldn't advise it.
Despite being born of a Demon King, he's not actually that evil at all. Let's remember, in Dragon Ball, he's solely focused on avenging his father on Goku. But other than that, he doesn't cause much of a stir. Instead, he isolated himself from the Earthlings and trained in silence. If he were truly a Demon King like his father, at least 1 or 2 small towns on Earth would have been destroyed. Then Kami or Mr. Popo could have dealt with Piccolo Jr. earlier if the son had caused trouble before the tournament began. They did it not only because they wanted to give Goku their trust, but because the Demon King's descendant did not commit any crimes during his training. It's only natural that one day he really changes. Then, almost the same thing happened again after Piccolo Jr.'s defeat at Tenkaichi. Even though he said he would take revenge and kill Goku. But for more than 4 years he didn't do anything. Imagine, if those 4 years were spent killing Earthlings, Raditz would be proud. He just trained and isolated himself in the wasteland, not even building a house. Barbie wonders how Piccolo Jr. copes with his boredom. Did he play with dinosaurs? But if Piccolo Jr. really wanted to kill Goku during that time, the opportunity certainly existed. Having a family, DMC must have weakened a bit. And he also had a new move that could even kill 2 Saiyan brothers at once.
Well, the truth is it's untested. I've never tried it against an opponent.
Piccolo Jr. is not the same as Demon King Piccolo. He's just like a demon child resigned to his fate, while strengthening himself so as not to embarrass himself in front of his rival.
Huh, you slacker. While you've been taking it easy, I've been developing a new attack.
So that's why we shouldn't be surprised when Akira Toriyama completely changed Piccolo Jr.'s role. He's basically useless at ruling the Earth, since he only drinks water. What are those sharp fangs for? That's pretty much the Barbie discussion here. Like and comment on this video to make Piccolo Jr. happier than ever.
This truce is only temporary. The next time we meet, it will be as enemies, same as always.